into trouble.
So I'm from South Carolina. Originally thought I wanted to be a drummer, and then when I was in 8th grade, my dad gave me his old Ovation guitar and taught me a couple chords, and I started writing songs when I was like 13 and just got completely hooked on that feeling. So that's kind of what brought me to Nashville, was songwriting.
I'm from Maryland. I grew up always listening to country music, and then I would start singing on my little karaoke machine to Faith Hill and Shania Twain and Martina McBride. And so I applied to Belmont in Nashville, and fortunately I got in as a voice major, and then just kind of dug my feet into songwriting and networking, and yeah, have just been performing and doing that ever since.
I'm from Georgia originally. Every day after junior high, I would get home, and if my parents left the house, I would sneak into the den and just lip sync with a fake microphone for hours at a time. You know, for a while I was on the business track. I was like, you know, I need to get a practical job. I went off to college in North Carolina, and the day I graduated from college, I told my parents and my grandparents and everyone sitting around graduation lunch, I said, I'm sorry, Mom and Dad, I'm going to make music in Nashville. And they were like, what? What?
Summer hearts beating fast. Summer nights gonna make them last. Summer heat with a beat. Summer hands with a plan for something sweet. And summer icy double. Your summer legs gonna get me into trouble.
When we first moved to town, we were introduced to this really sweet lady. Everyone in town calls her Mamadear. She's the kind of lady who sits on her front porch and she'll sip on sweet tea, and you know, she invited us in and cooked us this big supper. So we were like, you know what? Let's name it after her.
I'm kind of overcome by this whole thing. I really am, because it's been 40 years I've been Mamadear.
That's awesome. It's a great
But
name.
it really is quite a compliment.
Yes.
And then for you all to decide, you see, well, I could live forever.
I'm playing our song even though I know better every time it comes on, and I can't stop reading that letter, hoping and praying it will make me feel better. I could tear it up, throw it out, get rid of all the things that keep you hanging around. I know how to get stronger, but I let you linger longer.
So we got started, it was on my front porch. We were all good friends at the time, and they came over one day. It was like a beautiful day, and we sat out on the porch and we started trying to write a song, and the song was just kind of not happening. So we started singing Fishing in the Dark, and it's kind of like embarrassing how much we liked how it sounded.
Honey, I just wanna feel your rock and roll rhythm and your red, white blues. From Cinderella slippers to cowboy boots, girl, I dig your roots.
I know all three of us love the Eagles. We watch them all the time. And yeah, Alabama, just those iconic harmony groups are inspiring for us. The Beatles, the Eagles, the Dixie Chicks.
Yeah, we call it just harmony-driven country music that hopefully has an authentic, nostalgic feel to it that's based in our roots on the front porch.
What's not to love? They look great, they sound great. I mean, they really are the full package. I've written with them. They write great songs. They play real instruments. You know, it's kind of refreshing in an age of chaos, you know, to have something that kind of reminds us of our history and who we are. Kind of the home-like quality that Mamadear possesses. It just makes you feel good. It just kind of makes you feel like home.
Summer hearts beating fast.
It's almost like we had to make music. I mean, for me, it was just from a young age, it was like I couldn't think about anything else. You have to. There's no backup plan. It's kind of in your blood. And we just love people. We genuinely love hanging out with people, and we want our music to kind of break that veil between us and our fans.
Yeah, I think music is such a way to connect people. Like sitting there on the front porch those first couple weeks when we got started, we would have our roommates come by and our friends come by, and everyone just wanted to be around it and be a part of it. And it was so cool to see the way music brought people together. And we just had to keep doing that, had to keep bringing people together.
There's been people in the last 4 years that we've met through our music all over the country, and the only way we would have met those people is because of our music. And that's just like unbelievably special to us.
Summer nights gonna make them laugh. Summer heat with a beat, summer hands with a plan for something sweet, and summer icy and double. Your summer legs gonna get me into trouble.